or was my weight was worth its weight in gold? I was worth my weight in gold. If you weighed me in gold, it's about even.
About even.
That's if you put me in gold.
So that's
same.
about what you
Relax,
Let's say 215.
190.
190.
191 as of
I was giving you
yesterday.
more money. Okay,
I'm trending down.
190
And I'm
times what? 2,000 an ounce? How many ounces in a pound? I'll figure this out later. That's a lot of money. It's a lot.
It's a lot of weight. Anyway, I mean, in worth weight. So yeah, you know, it's
I like it.
That's the thing, man. He's good. I put myself as son-in-law of the year every year. I have to.
Oh,
you understand what I do?
Absolutely,
it's crazy.
I think you. You know what? I'm gonna vote for you. Son-in-law of the year.
Could that be a golden loofah?
That could be.
We'll just make it up. I really want one. How do we not get one?
No, I think this year we're up for one.
I'm pretty sure we'll get one.
Pretty sure. I saw a couple of new categories, and I think.
How about
we're
you?
up.
Where are you at in the son-in-law department?
Oh, number one.
You're
Well, I'm the only one, so.
okay.
Yeah, it's pretty simple.
So by default.
By default.
Okay.
And it was an easy default, I might
Okay.
add. Yeah.
But I have a feeling. See, it's hard to top. It's hard to top the Mitch.
It's,
You're a community guy. You're
I'm a little bit of everything.
Philanthropic guy.
Captain of the pre-winning championship team right now in basketball.
Which is
We made it
happening
to tonight.
I can't believe you guys made it through.
Hey,
you played the
miracles do
number
happen.
one team. Is that true?
Well, it's kind of a different format. So let's just say we're winning the championship in a different division.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, a championship's a championship. Brings the team together.
A win's a win.
A win's a
Look,
win.
If you came to me with a 7th place ribbon,
Right.
I'd say no.
No.
That's unacceptable.
No.
That's what's wrong with society.
That's right. No, absolutely. That's
Right?
what's wrong.
There
with
is no 7th place ribbon. You're not allowed for. What do you think of those participation
Oh,
awards?
no. Absolutely. They've got to go.
Look,
From day one, they had to go.
I can see the first year, second year, little kids like 5, 6 years old.
No, nothing.
You know what? You're right.
No, sorry.
Teach them from then. You're
yeah,
right.
man. I mean, do they know any better? Once they start having it, then they start expecting it. That's the problem. Don't give it to them until they earn it. Done. End of the conversation.
I absolutely.
Boom. Shut the podcast off. We're done. And thank you again.
Shortest one ever. You really want that
Podcast
championship.
73.
You really
Done.
want that championship. You just can't wait. It's my fault. We're a little late. Well, it's not my fault.
We're
It's
not
my
late.
fault.
We're early, but late.
We're early but late.
Yeah,
You're
that's
late
right.
for being early.
That's it.
That's right. Yeah. Well, it's our style.
It's the way we
Jeff.
roll.
It's.
Now-
would you expect anything less?
Jeff, how are you?
I got time.
Doing great, doing well. Yeah.
Beautiful. Looking fantastic. And by the way, your riff, fantastic.
I'm digging that tune.
I liked
Jeff,
it.
that's
Been working real. That's one of the ones off the album I've been putting together. It's coming together. I'm mixing like a madman for the last 3 weeks, trying to get all the songs ready.
It was catchy.
Beautiful.
That's why,
Yeah.
and we can't get it. Like we were just humming it.
Yeah, we're just humming it. I'm thinking every week you should just change our theme music, but I like the theme music so much.
You know what? Maybe when he drops the CD, we should
Yes.
do that.
We'll ask Jeff if he
Yeah,
wants it.
I'll get you guys some outro music.
Now.
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
on something.
But if he does a riff
Yeah.
of every song, so if there's 50, follow me on this. So the track, the album drops in a month. For the next 15 weeks, if there's 15 tracks, the opening is a riff
Yeah.
from each track,
That's
and then
a
we
great
say
idea.
the song.
Boom.
I'm down.
Hey,
Yeah.
We're all down. And all that matters is the three of us that are in here. So yes,
right
it all
on.
matters.
Cool,
Yeah.
guys. Yeah, I'd love to.
Let's
Yeah,
do
that'd
it.
be weird because today it was catchy.
Now, speaking of congratulations as well,
Yeah.
kind of. Jeff is about to finish his CD. Congratulations to your brother,
Huge
and your
news.
sister-in-law. Big news.
Big
little, beautiful little girl.
The
you
little girl.
Congrats.
Another beautiful girl has joined this world in the Greek community.
The
in
Tasso
all
and
communities.
Joanna. Yes, the Tasso and Joanna. Congratulations.
It was amazing. So my mom, I got to tell you a quick
Yeah.
story. So my mom, she comes over
Right.
to, and she stays with us for 2-3 days to watch over Calliope.
Sure.
Usually it's my mother-in-law, but she's in Serbia. She's
Right.
getting the knee surgery. She's
Everyone
over
knows.
there now.
Everyone knows this.
Everyone knows this,
Yeah.
right? So what happens? I'm sleeping.
Yeah.
My wife's sleeping. 1:40 in the morning. Mama Carolus just comes barging through the door.
Yeah.
She's like, I got sent for.
Oh, she got sent for.
She got sent for. I'm like, she's like, I gotta go. I gotta go. And Tamara's like, well, what do you mean you gotta go? I'm like, Donnie, when you get sent for it. It's how it works. So
I gotta go.
my mom's, you're right, but you said she's a machine.
She is.
140. She comes in. She goes, you guys got to figure out who's looking after it tomorrow. I got to go.
I gotta say it to all the moms out there. Props. Major
Huge.
props. To the mom, the grandmas, the moms, whatever you want to call it. You guys are machines.
It's
That's all I'm gonna say.
amazing. But anyways, thank
Machines.
you very much.
You're
What,
welcome.
what about you? We talked
Me-
about Jeff. We
you know
talked
what?
about me.
I'm telling you right now, I'm on lowdown. And what that means is me and the wife are sitting back, relaxing, as we all know. And
Yeah.
I've said she's prego. So a lot of TV watching, which takes me right into what I need to talk about here. I got a pet peeve, and a lot of people don't know this about me, but my number 2 pet peeves right off the bat, leaving cabinet doors open, like you grab a plate and you leave the cabinet.
it's dangerous.
Drives me bananas.
It's
I can't figure it
dangerous.
out. The second one is what I saw yesterday. So like I said, Tuesday nights, not a lot on TV. Watching a little Friends. Watching a little Seinfeld. You know,
Sure.
they just happen to be, Tuesday's not a big TV night. You know, not a lot going on. Why is it that in the, 90s, Seinfeld was earlier than Friends, and then Friends goes on.
Right.
Why doesn't Joey and Jerry specifically wear belts? They don't wear belts. Have you noticed this? They don't wear
I noticed
belts.
that with Jerry.
I know. Yeah, I was gonna say
Jerry
with
doesn't,
Jerry,
and neither
yeah.
did Joey the other
He
day.
always
didn't.
wears those big, colorful collar shirts tucked right in.
That's right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Why are they against the belt? I don't
There's no
understand.
belt.
There's
No
no belt.
belt.
I just wanted to bring that up. I wanted somebody to tell me why they're not wearing belts.
Yeah, at what point did the style? We need a stylist.
Yeah.
I know a stylist.
You know one?
Let's get answers.
Let's get some fun.
yeah. Let's get it. It's style
I
esteem.
just want to know. And watch, I guarantee now that I've said it, next time you watch Seinfeld, you'll see Seinfeld never wears and Joey never wears one. I didn't really pick up on Ross and Chandler, but for some reason,
Why are you
no
looking?
belts.
Why are you looking there?
Buddy, it's
Like
just
you got
that it was
Jennifer
part of the show.
Aniston, Courtney Cox,
Trust
Lisa
me.
Kudrow.
I'm
She's
looking.
weird.
I'm looking.
But you're looking
it's
everywhere.
I'm looking everywhere. But I just noticed they don't wear belts. That's all. I just
Should
find
have
it
worked
weird.
for the postal services because you just love packages, don't you? Don't you, Mitch?
You know what I do love? I love the NFL. And boy, did they want to get back on this podcast.
Oh man, they couldn't help it. They couldn't help it. They're the jealous girlfriend out there, whatever you want to call it. They're like, no, we got to put some time.
Yeah.
we got to talk NHL. Of course, we're going to talk NHL. We're at 70 games. We're around the corner of the playoffs.
Unbelievable.
But no, NFL. You're right.
Yeah. They're like the jealous girlfriend. They got to come back. They got to just show their ugly little face and say, "Hey, remember me?" And you can't help it. You're like, you know what? Whatever. You know, you just got to see what's going on.
It's always that girl that pops up in your life right
Yeah.
before you're about to get married or any life event, and they're like, "Oh, I was just
Crazy.
thinking about you. You weren't thinking about me. You
just-
know I'm off the
You
market
came to start
soon."
problems. That's what you came for.
Unbelievable.
So tonight we got NFL. We got
That's right.
NHL.
No, absolutely. Look, we got a big tournament coming up.
Yeah. Next week.
We got a
Next
big tournament
week.
next week.
It literally starts next week. So we got big data coming in next week.
That's right. The NCAA.
That's right. So
Unbelievable.
March Madness. We got a little NBA, and then we got to talk a little MMA. Not so much about the actual fighting, but the people involved in the MMA. I think you know where I'm going with this.
And I'm not letting you forget because
What?
you want it. We're gonna do a touch and go.
Touch and
Little
go.
touch and go. You want to talk a little soccer?
Little soccer.
You want?
I got a little soccer.
You
in
have
there.
something to say?
Absolutely.
Done.
Kind of to my point of what I just said. Anyways,
Why? You know what? Why don't you just bring it up right now?
should we just bring it up?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. What's up with Zidane? So
Whoa! See, I knew it. I knew it. I was testing you.
What?
I wanted to see, if you respect what I do around here.
no.
No, you don't.
You're
you
right.
don't.
I'm sorry.
Can't believe it. I can't believe it. It's really.
he got me.
I got you. It's the one thing I do and do well. And Jeff, cue
Yo!
the music. Because we got to bring to you the Headversity metrics of the week. Headversity.com is the genius behind RealLockerRoomTalk.com. They built our website and the portfolio. Please not only check out our site, but check out Headversity.com, the leaders in workplace resilience and mental health awareness. These guys are doing fantastic things. You can hashtag AskDrRT. You can follow them on Instagram and Twitter at Headversity as well. So really good stuff. Now, in the topic of metrics.
Yeah.
I mean, I was under the impression there was only like 10 states in the U.S.
No.
Well, thanks to the Podbean app,
Right.
when you go in, it actually shows you this map. And much to my surprise, there's tons. And every week I mention a new state, and I'm like, okay, well, we've conquered it.
Yeah.
The risk board's done.
We already got
You know,
that.
we should get 5 extra troops each turn now.
That's true.
But we're not.
Okay.
And That's because we haven't conquered them all, but we're one step closer.
Yes.
Our friends to the north,
Yes.
Alaska,
Get outta
is
here.
on Real Locker Room Talk.
Alaska.
Alaska.
I didn't even think they got radio waves up there.
I thought it stopped at Yukon. I really did. Like, I figured, because I always said, like, how did Canada give that up? Like, it's really a part of Canada.
Absolutely.
And I'm like, the only thing is that we gave it away. There's a lot of big bears and not much going on.
You know what Alaska is? Alaska's the bouncer because Russia's right there. So they're there. They'll be like, whoa. Because God knows if we were protecting that border, Putin would be in already. He'd be walking right in.
He'd live there.
You're like, hey, did you pay cover? And he's like, cover? There's no cover here. He just walk right in. The oil sands would be gone. So to you, Alaska, thank you.
Maybe the toughest Americans, would you say?
Oh, I mean, out there, they're fighting bears every day.
No, you know who you got to pit him against? You got to take the Alaskans, the ice cold bear wranglers, against the Samoans in Hawaii. Clash of the Titans, North versus South.
I hear ya, but I got to go with the Alaskans on this one.
I would take the Alaskans as well, only because of temperature. And it also depends where they're playing. Okay. Now, if it was in Australia, right, it's got to be on foreign soil.
Gotcha.
You do a home and away.
Neutral site.
It's got to be you know what?
Yeah.
Switzerland.
That's right.
That's neutral.
Why don't they just come over to Canada? And they can do a let out there.
We'll broker it.
Yeah, we'll broker this deal.
We'll broker the deal.
We'll find out. But great bouncers to the north. Thank you, Alaska.
Thank you, Alaska. Welcome to the roster, and thank you for downloading and listening. But, of course, look, we talked about Switzerland. Let's talk about what else is happening, and that's our friends at Agape Greek Radio, where you can stream Real Locker Room Talk Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, anywhere in the world at any time. We got a great suite of shows on there as well, on the Agape Greek TV, which you can watch for your watching pleasure, right? Listening pleasure radio, watching pleasure TV. Okay, I get it. Yeah. Anyways, AGAPE GreekRadio.com. Check it out. Now, let's check in to episode 73 on the show. Start with soccer, Mitch. Get it off your chest. What happened?
You want me to just start with soccer?
I want you to get into it.
You know what? I was going to leave it to the end, but okay. All right. So, I'm not the biggest soccer guy.
No.
I'm not. But I know the names. You know what I mean? So, Zinedine Zidane, one of the best French players of all time, if not one of the greatest players of all time, correct?
If he's not in your top 5 midfield of all time, top 3, I should say, then you just don't like soccer.
Exactly.
You just don't like
him. So after he had his illustrious career with France, he decides, hey, I'm going to try coaching because I've dominated everything else I've done. I've headbutted Italians. I've won, the World Cup. Now I'm going to take over the Real Madrid.
He might be Alaskan.
So he coached Ronaldo into the champion that he is today. Wins 3 UEFAs, right? Or 3 Euro UEFAs.
UEFA Champions League.
And then he says, I'm good. I'm going to take a little break. I'm out. And then what happened just yesterday? Real Madrid came running back saying, please, come back. Please, come back to us. Come back, please. And like a true gentleman that he is.
I didn't realize Real Madrid played in Italy.
They do. That's my Spanish accent.
That's your Spanish?
That's my Spanish.
No, what's your Italian accent?
Hey, come back over here.
Okay, now give me the Spanish.
Hey, come back over here.
One more time, Italian.
Hey, come back over here.
Okay, and finish it with the Spanish.
Hey, come back over here.
Yeah, I can tell the difference. Okay, legit. I'm
sorry. So he comes back. Do you like this move? Should a coach who leaves come back and go back again?
Hey, why not?
Hey, why not?
If you're a proven winner, look, if Jose Mourinho can get bounced around and get a job because he accidentally won a Champions League with Porto, I mean, Zidane's got a shot too.
Sure.
And I mean, what does this remind you of? Like this is a scenario we've seen before.
Who hasn't unfortunately gone through this?
I mean, this is basically Real Madrid is going through breakup sex with Zinedine Zidane.
It's exactly
that's just what happened.
That's exactly what's happening.
I need you back. I need you just one more time.
Yeah.
One more time. Okay.
And he fell for it.
And he fell for it. And now he's in.
And now he's in. Now he's in the tractor beam.
Now, my anticipation, like every other breakup sex, is that it's not going to last too long because then they realize why they left in the first place.
Exactly.
I give Zidane a year tops.
Tops. He's going to go in, win one more, and he's out.
Yeah, exactly.
But if he wins one more, will he come back in?
I don't know about that.
That's what I'm wondering.
Depends how good the level of play is.
Sure, exactly. Yeah, I just thought of that scenario today, and I thought I would drop it on you, but that's exactly it. We talked about it, and that's exactly is that not it? That's
great
it,
pickup.
Right? Great pickup.
Great pickup.
Great pickup. Now we start with that, and speaking of greatness, the NFL, we've said it once, we said it a million times. These guys just run the world. And so last week we went through a couple of scenarios. Free agency, who's going to land here, who's going to land there. Well, boy, were we a little bit off topic with regards to, there was free agent pickups and there was franchise tags put on people. We didn't see the trades coming. I don't think anybody did. Well, actually, I know for sure no one did because the world has gone upside down and around the corner. Craziness. Let's just start with what everybody saw happen yesterday.
I know what you're going to say.
What are you going to say?
Bonacera franchise tag Nick again, didn't they?
We did. Big. It's announced right now. Nick has got a 2-year guaranteed contract. It's undisclosed right now, but apparently it's unlimited wings. That's all I know.
3 points above minimum wage.
3 points above and guaranteed wings for the rest of his life. It is crazy.
Franchise tag.
These franchise tag. But let's start with the big one. Odell Beckham Jr.
Oh.
The guy that the New York Giants just signed last year, gave him a $90 million contract. The GM even goes on media after the signing, says, we're not going to sign him just to trade him. Boy, did he eat his... Even said it again yesterday. This guy's gone nuts. But what...
They even did a commercial together with Eli Manning.
Exactly.
I mean,
it just shows like right now. So you got Beckham who leaves New York to go to Cleveland. Cleveland has stacked up hard this offseason.
Beyond double down.
They've now got Kareem Hunt. I think some people might have forgot about that.
Forgot about that because it happened before.
They got your new favorite player, Nick Half-Chubb.
Nick,
They got Odell, they've got Landry and Baker Mayfield. This team on an offensive piece of paper right now, just looking down at it, looks great. Looks great. But you're saying, well, they must have gave away the farm. No, they didn't. They gave away a first rounder, which is the 17th pick, a third rounder, and Julius Peppers, who's a safety. So basically 3 players kind of really not great for people calling the best wide receiver. Do you like what you saw yesterday?
I love what I saw, and I love what I'm seeing. Ladies and gentlemen, let's remember something about these Cleveland Browns. They finished the season just under 500. I get that. But if you look at, there were 3 games that they should have won that came to the wire. They let go. I can think already off the top of my head, the Saints, the Steelers. These are games that they really let go. So, and this team got extremely better. The defense was playing just good enough to at least keep them into these games, and now they got an extreme explosive offense. Look, the Cleveland Browns, they know who they are. They're the Browns. If they're the people that are going to do anything that they don't care, they can't bottom out anymore.
No.
Than they have in how many years past. Wow. I mean... What a retooling this organization has gone through. This might be one of the biggest turnarounds that I've seen in sports.
The GM, John Dorsey, probably made the moves of the year. This guy might win GM of the year without even playing a single game in 2019.
It's like Draft Day, the movie.
It's exactly
the only thing they're
like
missing is Putney, you pancake-eating motherfucker.
Unbelievable. That's exactly it.
Yeah, man.
This is based on the movie.
Kevin Costner's on the payroll.
Unbelievable.
That's who it is.
Jennifer Garner's working the back rooms.
Amazing. K-Cost and the Garns.
Unbelievable.
What's happening?
All right, from there, great move. For me, I'll say this real quick. I'm just more disappointed in New York. Like, New York, you want to revamp your team. I get it. You want to maybe, tank early in the season. Wow, you guys basically just made Saquon Barkley a huge red marker on him. Like, that poor guy, they're going to stack 20 in the box. There's nothing, man. There's nothing. Eli can't back up fast enough to make a pass. Well, this is bad for the New York Giants.
Do they still got Geno Smith?
I don't know,
They still got Geno
It's
Smith?
bad, man. I actually feel bad for the Giants, for the personnel, because their team was not great going in, and they just got worse going into this year.
They're going to get eaten alive. They're going to get eaten alive.
They're going to get eaten alive. Let's go to the other big name. Le'Veon Bell gets signed. Everyone saying, oh, watch the money that's going to come in for this guy. And again, the NFL, not for long, or what have you done for me lately? This guy held out. He said, I'm going to get paid. I'm going to get paid. Well, he got picked up by the Jets not last minute, but a little longer than people anticipated. He gets picked up. He got I got it written down here. He ended up getting $35 million guaranteed, which is amazing, but he got a lot less money. He ended up getting $13.2 million a year over a 5-year period. A lot less money for a guy that thought he was going to break the bank. Did he make the right move by waiting it out?
Yeah, so I still think he did make the right move. Again, he was in a predicament. does he come back when Connor's running the ball so well for the Steelers? And, you know, if he did, and tanked a little bit, he would have got less money. Because then people say, whoa, the gig's up now.
Yeah.
So I think he did do the right thing. And look, to me, I know he wants to get paid, and I know he wanted to go out and test the market. I'm just surprised that nothing better was offered on the. Like, I'm just trying to think. Like, no one in the league was throwing $20 million over the course of 4 years.
The reason is, Dimitri, is because the running back position now is exactly what we've talked about in the past. It's not that glamorous position it once was.
That's true.
With Emmitt Smith and all the other great running backs like 10 years ago, 15 years ago. We're talking about a position that some guy named Connor, who's a great running back out of Pittsburgh now, came in off the bench and had more touchdowns and just as many yards as Bell did. Bell did the right thing by staying out, but when the offer was in and he saw what Connor was doing, he should have came in to remind people 1 year out of the NFL is a long time, you guys. And the fact that he got picked up by the Jets, I'm not surprised, but he's lucky he didn't get less money. He should be very, very happy. And I think he saw that his stock started dropping, man, and throw in the attitude situation. That could be a reason that the Jets said, hey, let's just give him a chance. I mean, this guy can't be trusted all the way through. Let's give him a chance anyways.
Yeah, I know, absolutely. And the Jets are going to do well. Look at these franchises. Look, you got the Browns, you got the Jets.
Yeah.
I mean, these are big moves.
That's right.
These are big moves.
Big moves. Well, from there, speaking of attitude, let's talk about a little Antonio Brown. Here he is. He got traded as well. Here's one of the premier wide receivers over the last 5 years. This guy's been tearing up the league. Big numbers, big everything. He got traded to the Oakland Raiders last week for a third and a fifth. And this guy is easily top 3 wide receiver in the league, and he got released by, Pittsburgh basically had no choice. They had to get rid of him. But the reality is he was actually traded to Buffalo first. He said, no, don't want to go to Buffalo, don't like it there for whatever reason. Says, get me a deal with Oakland, and he ends up over there. What do you think of that? Who won that deal? Did Oakland win, or did Pittsburgh win that one?
So I think that Pittsburgh, I think everyone won here. I think Pittsburgh won in the fact that they really trimmed a lot of their fat at the right time. And if you look at guys like Brown and Bell that are causing commotion in the locker room, sometimes it's hard to get rid of these people, and sometimes you might make other decisions. They really forced Pittsburgh's hand and to get rid of them early. And Pittsburgh's in a great position to really bring in some assets, restructure, because Roethlisberger is slowly on his way out. He doesn't have many years left. And so I think Pittsburgh won that. Thank God that these two stars forced their hand to do this decision earlier than trying to be, because there's nothing more terrible, Mitch, than being a franchise that's used to a pedigree of success and then just being in the doghouse for many years. Pittsburgh fans aren't ready for that. So they won there. Oakland won as well. Look, you're getting Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
I mean, whichever way you're seeing it.
Today was his press conference. He was a half an hour late for his new press conference for his new team. There you go, man.
Not a good start.
Not a good start. This is the kind of disrespect that I wonder. And all I'm gonna say is this: Odell, Le'Veon, and Antonio. The three things that are similar for all three of these guys is the drama and the prima donna that they bring to each of their team. I'm disappointed in New York not getting more. Le'Veon's, I'm sure, disappointed. He didn't break the bank like he thought. And Antonio Brown, I'll give him props on one thing. He restructured his contract, so he got more money out of the deal. But he ended up going to a team that, in my opinion, is not going to really do anything, even with him on there. But all three, I think, really, at the end of the day, all got released or all kind of got traded or moved around because of their attitude. I don't know where these guys, I know they make a lot of money. I know they're all good. But man, if there's one thing I did see is that each NFL GM today is saying, you know what? We want guys that want to be here, and we'll give you the money. Prove to us you're good. We'll give you even more money and have a great attitude, and you'll get that extra little bonus. And each one of these guys is kind of going off what they did years ago. Beckham has got Mayfield now, but let's see what happens. Like, we're anticipating they're gonna have big years, but are they? Are they?
And I must be doing something wrong. Like, people call me a terrible trader in fantasy sports, but I think I'm starting to believe it, because to me, if I were to equate this, like I look at the NHL, the trade deadline that just passed, but year after year, the NHL, it's always the marquee guy. There's always a first rounder.
Yeah.
You're always getting a first rounder. Is the NFL that ruthless? Like, are first rounders in the NFL better than first rounders in other sports? I mean, it's
Yeah, I
crazy
think
to
they
say
are.
Antonio Brown is going for a third and a fifth. Holy smokes.
Exactly.
I'm missing something here.
You know what? There's something to be said on both sides, right? Like the first round draft pick in the NFL is a better pick than, let's say, in the NHL draft. It is. It just is, because these guys tend to play a lot sooner than the guys in the NHL. Most of them, maybe not lately, but in the past,
No,
we
yeah,
all know they sit
you're right,
in the
you're right.
AHL or
Yeah.
in the farm system before they come up. But the other side of it is, I just really like that the GMs are saying, you know what? We are not going to keep this kind of attitude in our locker room. We're going to get rid of them. But I don't know. If these guys turn their attitudes around, then yeah, you got the deal of the century. But I don't think these guys are going to change. Going forward, a couple of more just before we move off this topic, because there was so much.
Much.
Like, I'd love to go through them all,
Again,
but we literally
the
can't.
NFL showed how much better they are than everyone else. They're like, you want deadline day?
Yeah.
You want trades?
Isn't that the truth?
Boom.
Boom. Done.
How you doing?
How you doing? Well, let's talk a little bit about the Ravens. A couple of weeks ago, I said Lamar Jackson is going to be a horrible quarterback next year. I believe I used the word horrible. He's going to have a horrible season.
You said he sucked.
I did.
We
I said
differ.
that. And I'm now even more confident. Why? Because the Baltimore Ravens ran on one thing: defense. And this week, just a day or so ago, they basically lost all their key pieces. They lost Eric Whittle. He went to the LA Ram Illuminati. Great leader, great safety in the back. Maybe not the most athletic guy, but a great guy to have in the back.
You're 2020 champs, by the way.
Exactly. How about a guy named Suggs, the guy that ran that defense? Granted, he's 37, but he went back home to Zona. He's gone from Baltimore. And a guy named CJ Mosley that was supposed to run this team, run this defense. He's gone. He went to the Jets. And then there was a guy named that everyone in Packerland now loves more than anybody, and that is, I lost his name. Where is it? Oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. It is Demarius Smith. Demarius Smith, the young up-and-coming D-line, leaves the Ravens, joins the Packers. This Baltimore defense has been decimated, and now there's even more pressure on Lamar. And so what did they do in return? They went and got Ingram. Not bad.
Not
Okay.
bad.
Not great, but not bad. Not bad. And they went and got Earl Thomas, the flipper, as we call him, here. But Baltimore, you guys have that momentum you had going to last year. It's all gone.
Not enough.
Not enough. You
You're
guys
right.
are done.
That defense was, the big part about that Ravens defense was that front line. That line was amazing, and quarterback by a guy like Suggs as well. You have that experience, and they did an amazing job. I get it. Earl Thomas is coming in. You got a great guy in the secondary. However, it's not enough, and especially when you re-sign Harbaugh to look after this team, it's one of those, he's going to want to do what he continually does, and I don't think he's a Belichick type coach where he can mix and match and make his system work with what he has. Baltimore's in for some trouble, I think.
Oh,
Mitch.
yeah. Big time. Let's finally talk on the one that we've talked about a few times. The guy that I basically might have a little bit of a man crush after Tom Brady. It's Nick Foles. He signs with Jacksonville.
The Friday
4
night
years,
girl.
$88 million for the Super Bowl champ Nick Foles. For the backup Nick Foles. Do you like that call? Jacksonville picking him up.
Yeah, I mean, look, Jacksonville, it clearly has shown that they really want to move on from Bortles.
Yeah.
And, for reasons that I don't know otherwise, that he sucks.
Yeah, well, not the greatest quarterback for sure.
No, but hey, why not? He's either got to stay as a backup in Philly, which if I was pitching Foles himself, I'd say stop it, man. Because look, man, you're going to see what happens. It's good for Foles. He's getting the money. He's getting a starting job, but it's not good for Foles because at the end of the day, mark my words, with 3 weeks left in the season, when he absolutely tanks and does terrible for the remainder of his contract, people are going to be reminded why he's the greatest backup of all time in the QB position. That's just my opinion. However, good for him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good for him.
Absolutely. Jacksonville, and you know what? To me, perfect system. Nothing flashy, nothing exciting. The wide receivers he has are just as exciting as the ones that were in Philadelphia. So it fits. It's like a good little fit.
The advantage he has, at least there's a decent defense over there that can that can stop a team to 17, 20 points a game, and you can win games like that, and it's good for a quarterback like Foles. But the problem I have is if he couldn't make anything run in LA,
Right.
man, I don't know about here.
Well, we'll see. We'll see where that goes. You know what? Where this finally brings us down to is there's one team that didn't do anything, and it's because Bill Belichick right now is in Mexico. There's like tons of Instagram pictures. This guy's swimming. He's just enjoying life. He's waiting for all this carnage. He's waiting for all it to go, and he's just gonna show up. And he's just going to be like, oh, you guys didn't take this guy? Whoop, 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 whoop. He's going to pick them all up. And here we go. Next year's Super Bowl contenders, at least, the New England Patriots.
It's amazing. Bill Belichick is the greatest real-life waiver wire player on the planet.
He is.
It's unbelievable. I just play the waiver wire.
He's unreal. He is so good. And just to that point, remember last year, Cordell Patterson ended up getting picked up by New England, right?
That's right.
He was Minnesota let him go. Nothing was going on. They ended up picking him up. He leaves New England now after 2 years, gets his Super Bowl, blah, blah, blah. He got a 2-year contract, $10 million.
No big deal.
He took him from nothing. He was literally about to be a free agent. No one was going to pick him up. Plays for New England for a couple years, and he still gets another 2
The purple
years.
team is so stupid. And
It's
you know the other thing?
unbelievable.
I love that they drop Bridgewater, overpay for an insanely terrible quarterback that clearly can't deliver. And now when Breeze retires and they groom Bridgewater, because it looks like he's going to stay
exactly.
in the Saints,
Yeah.
and he performs for the New Orleans Saints, it's going to be another kick in the teeth for one purple team, Minnesota Vikings, which, man, bring up a point you said
Yeah.
with
Cousins?
With Cousins, yeah.
Man, you know what? It just goes to show the GM from Minnesota should be fired. Even though they haven't made really any moves, the owner of Ziggy, or whatever that guy's name is, the owner of the Vikings, has got to be looking at this going on, looking at the numbers,
Yeah.
and seeing, hey, why are all these numbers a lot lower? What the hell did we pay Kirk Cousins 3 years, $86 million guaranteed, and I just could have got Foles for $4 and $88? What the hell is going? And that's guaranteed money.
Guaranteed.
Cousins walking away with $86 million, Viking fan. 86 with no Super Bowl, no playoff win, no nothing.
You know, my favorite part is the Minnesota Vikings, their management basically are the only people that walk into a car dealership and pay the MSRP on the vehicle. What's the sticker price? $45,595. I'll take it.
Yeah.
Are you sure you don't want a deal? No, wrap it up.
We're up.
We'll
Let's
take
go.
it off the lot.
I believe you.
I'll knock off $1,000. No. Get it ready for me.
It's sitting in the lot for a reason, isn't it?
Nope. What's fair is fair, sir.
You guys wouldn't con me. The number is fair. That's
Terrible.
that's
they paid the
exactly
sticker
it.
price on the lot.
That's gold. Gold.
Swindle.
Minnesota, you've done it again, you
Wow.
morons,
Wow.
you momos. I love it. All
But
right.
don't say Momo anymore.
What?
It's a lot of
Oh,
content.
that
You
thing.
can't
Oh,
do it.
God,
Can't do
I'm
it.
sorry,
I don't want to
sorry.
be associated with that.
Fair enough. I apologize. I don't know. Whatever. Bottom line. There it is. NFL, there's so much more.
I just want to say,
yeah, go ahead, please.
quick,
Please.
and then we're off the subject. We have to talk about it because there are boys.
Right.
The Green Bay Packers finally addressed the issue.
Yes.
And not only did they address the issue,
Yeah.
they addressed it very, very well by going out and just putting some of that capital towards defense. Guys, it's about time. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I'm really happy going into this season, coming in right now with this defense. So
I love
anyways,
it. No,
just wanted
it's
to touch and go.
I love it. Touch and go. Brian Gutekunst. That's his name.
Yeah.
Gutekunst.
Yeah.
Gutekunst.
He's a good cunts.
He's a good cunts. He goes in. He's the new GM of the Packers. He takes over Ted Thompson, who was a helicopter parent, I might add. Wouldn't ever play in the free agent. Never. He never liked the free agency.
Helicopter parent. That's
And so
amazing.
now, Gutekunst goes in there, does his thing, goes, everybody in the pool, everyone lick pools, do whatever you got to do. We're touching everything, baby. I love it. I love this new Packer idea. I love it. Excellent. Sorry, Nick Perry. Somebody had to go. That's just the way it is.
You know, ever since he took a picture with PZ,
Yeah.
he was mush.
He was mush.
He was mush.
Sorry, PZ.
The same.
It's true.
You can ask PA.
PA.
Knows that PZ's mush.
That's right. That's true.
Not little PZ.
No, big
Not
PZ.
big PZ.
Yeah. Big one. All right, there it is. That's how we started off the podcast. We had to get the NFL out of the way. Now we go to everyone's new favorite segment, Rapid Banter. It's everyone's favorite. Well, I wanted to start with the NHL because, I mean, we're only 12 games away from the playoffs.
Wow.
12 games away. It is starting to heat up. And in fact, Yesterday, I worked on a little bit of a spreadsheet to get the numbers together. And then what I did was I redid it again today because there's been a huge change. Let's go over quickly who's in and who's out when it comes to the playoffs. You ready?
I'm ready.
Done. Let's start with the Eastern Division. You got Tampa Bay Lightning. They are just crushing everyone at 110 points. Not even close.
President's
Boston
Trophy.
Bruins at 93. Toronto Maple Leafs at 89. You run over to the Metropolitan Division. You got the Washington, the defending champions, leading that division now by 2 points at 89. The Islanders starting to fall a little bit at 87.
Ooh.
I love your idea. I hope they don't make the playoffs. This would be the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life if somehow this happened. And then third in that division is everyone's scary, hoping they don't make it, but they're going to make it, the Pittsburgh Penguins. They have now started moving up at 85. The wild cards, you ask, in the Eastern Division, it is the Carolina Hurricanes at 83 and the Columbus Blue Jackets at 81. The Creepers, Montreal is tied with the Columbus, but Columbus has more wins, so that's why they're in. And Philadelphia still very outside chance. They got to make that move. Gotta make that move.
Look, you're going to either steal third or you're not at this point.
Yeah, that's right.
But you got to make a move.
You got to make a move. You got to do it. It's the bottom of the ninth. You got to steal home.
Gotta do
gotta
something. You can't play conventional ball here.
Yeah, you can't. No, exactly. We run off to the Western Division. All right. You got the Jets now who have taken the lead in the Central. You got our Predators who are falling a little bit. I think we both gave each other the googly eyes over the Nashville
They're
trades.
acting like Sabercats.
Yeah. They're at 83. And the St. Louis Blues Costanzas, buddy, they're only at 79. If they go on a little bit of a run like they did in the past, they might overtake a little Nashville here.
What's going to happen?
I don't know what's going on
What's
there.
going to happen?
But let's go over to our favorite division, the Pacific.
A little closer to home.
A little close.
What's happened, Mitch?
Yes.
What's changed?
Yeah, watch this. San Jose still leading at 94. The Flames right behind at 93. And the Las Vegas Golden Knights at 81. The Dallas Stars have the first wild card. And ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to say that the Arizona Coyotes have taken the second wild card. It's exciting stuff. This is great. Oh, so they have 11 games left. Dallas has got 14, but everyone else is around 12 to 13 games left.
Yes.
Dimitri, I'm going to ask you very, very honestly. Okay. In the Eastern Division, all right, let's go back up to the East.
We'll go to the East.
Who, right now you got Boston and you got Toronto. They're going to play each other. It's inevitable. It's going to happen. It has to happen.
That's right.
How much does it matter that Toronto is going to end up third? Like they're 89 and 93, they're probably going to end up third. Is this a bad thing for Toronto?
I think it's a bad thing for Toronto, especially playing a team like Boston. And look, let's not forget last year, Boston was the team that eliminated the Maple Leafs. Boston's a team that is maybe the hottest team in the league right now. If not, they're in the top three. They've been consistently winning 8 and 9 of their last 10.
Yes.
And this is a scary team to play against. Now, you come into that situation, psychologically, the Maple Leafs have a hard time beating these Bruins.
Yeah.
We've seen it time and time again. And now that they're on a skid, and now that they might be losing home ice advantage, this spells trouble for me, Mitch. I don't like it.
I don't like it either. From there, let's jump over to the West real quick. Same scenario is happening here in the Pacific with our Flames and San Jose.
Yeah.
The loser of that, so whoever comes second place, like we said in the last couple of podcasts, has the Las Vegas Golden Knights sitting, waiting for whoever it is. They know that they're playing one of the two. It's just inevitable.
They're
right?
a lock in that division, yeah.
After last week's poll, the NHL players came out and said that the best home field or home ice advantage is the Las Vegas Golden Knights, and the best fans are the Las Vegas Golden Knights. Does this spell doom for whoever finishes second in that division?
I think it spells doom for a team like San Jose, which I still believe is a team to beat. However, after watching Calgary's performance against the Golden Knights the other day, if I'm Calgary, I don't mind.
You don't mind?
I don't mind. I think Calgary has a good first round no matter what ahead of them. Calgary's either going to play the Golden Knights, which they play well, or they're going to end up playing Dallas, Arizona, whoever comes Colorado, whoever comes out of that mix, which I think they're far better anyways.
No, I'll disagree with you. I do not want Calgary coming second. They have to do I've said in the past, this whole new format, and we'll talk about that in a quick second, has totally changed up the game, and you'll see what I mean in a second. If Calgary ends up playing Las Vegas Knights, I think that spells a little doom, especially goes to my next question. Last night, Calgary Flames played the New Jersey Devils here in Calgary. They went on a rampage, scored 9 goals. Johnny Gaudreau had 6 points. Monahan had a goal. But prior to that, these guys were quiet. Were you a little worried? Are you worried? Maybe not just about the Flames, but when your superstars start going a little quiet towards the end of the season, you get a little nervous? Or is it like these guys need a little rest too, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's a combination of both, but you can't help but be a little bit nervous. Look, let's face it. That cliche of your best players got to be your best players is, I mean, it's obvious, but however, at the same time, really what it should be is that your scorers have to score.
Right.
That's what that should be, because if you're not getting the pucks in the net, right? I mean, it's hard. So yeah, I was worried about it. But again, I'm not worried with Calgary. I feel that this is a very cohesive team, and where one lags, the other picks up, and I can see them, especially if they get out of the first round. If Calgary can get out of the first round, man, watch out.
I agree with you, but the first round might mean you have to go through Vegas, and I am not
worried.
I'm not as confident as you. I'm sorry, man. This is a team that is, I mean, they have the experience. Granted, it's only 1 year of experience, but they're stacked with names. They got the playoff experience. They got the fans. They got the home field. I mean, and when I talk about the home field, I'm also talking about the exterior. Forget about the inside. You're inside the stadium. We're talking about this is Las Vegas. You can't help it, man. If you're going to be there for 3-4 nights out of the week, you know what I mean? You can't help it. When you have that off day, are you not going to maybe go downstairs to the casino? Remember, the Vegas Knights live there. They have their houses. They're not on the Strip. The players are on the Strip, man. It's a different game altogether. This is a different
You're not
place.
Wrong. You're not wrong.
I don't know. I worry about it. I really hope now, more than ever, the Flames take over the first place in the Pacific Division. I think it's that essential. Now, speaking of the playoff, last week in the poll, they talked about the playoff format, and 60% of the players said we want to see a change in the playoff format. So as of today's date, this is the playoff format. All right, Tampa Bay would be playing the Blue Jackets, the Bruins play Toronto, Capitals would be playing the Hurricanes, the Islanders would be playing Pittsburgh. All right, in the West, you got San Jose versus the Coyotes, Flames versus Vegas, Winnipeg versus the Stars, the Predators or the Sabercats versus the Costanzas. Okay.
Yep.
If we go back to the old way of 1 through 8 and 2 to 7, this is what you get. Tampa Bay and the Jackets stay the same. Bruins, Hurricanes, Maple Leafs, Pens, Washington, and the Islanders. So to me, now all of a sudden the Maple Leafs have a better chance playing Pittsburgh. I know it sounds weird, but I feel like they match up better.
No, it is a better matchup.
Right?
I
Okay.
100% agree with you.
Then let's go to the West. Watch this. San Jose Coyotes, of course, stay the same. Calgary versus the Stars now. Jets versus the Blues, Predators, Las Vegas, first round. Tell me that one doesn't get you crazy.
I think anything in the West at this point gets me crazy.
Right.
Yeah, because it's stacked.
It's stacked.
It's extremely stacked.
I love it.
Look, I get the new format. I get people want to do the old format as well. The only thing is that with the new format, you're going to see a lot of these similar matchups. Like they want to build these rivalries. That was the whole purpose. Well, not whole purpose. The other purpose was to make sure that the top teams actually did make it through. That was why they implemented the wild card. But I mean, there's so much parity in the NHL that does it really matter if they go back to the old format? Like, is 1 versus 8 really 1 versus 8 anyways? That's how good the teams are. Right.
Well, no, I hear what you're saying. You're right. But you know what? I think I kind of like the old way a little bit better because then you're not you're not stuck with the idea that Boston and Toronto or Calgary and Vegas or whatever the second and third team are stuck playing each other no matter what. I don't know. It kind of wrecks the fun of figuring it out at the end of the year. But whatever. I mean, the NHL players agreed with it. 60 out of 40.
I still think that they should either do what. Actually, you know what? They should just go complete soccer table. Have your conferences the way you play the games, like you play more people in the West than you do the East if you're from the West.
Right.
But just go 1 plays 16, 2 plays 15.
There you go.
Like just do the whole thing.
Dude, I'm down with that too.
And if
I like the NBA doing that too.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. And if you got 2 Eastern teams playing, you got 2 Eastern teams playing.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Because what's happening right now is, let's face it, the West is going to kill each other.
Right.
To come out of it. And there are more pound for pound better teams in the West, I believe, than in the East.
I agree. But, one last thing I want to bring up. Tampa Bay, they are crushing numbers right now. No one, and I mean no one, is giving them any respect. Do you think that we're overlooking Tampa Bay? Why is everyone overlooking them?
No, I don't think anyone's overlooking them. I just think they haven't proven anything when it comes to the
Everybody
playoffs.
just hates them.
Yes, it's so true, Jeff. But it's everywhere. I just feel like, I mean, they are at 110 points. As of just the other day, they at this point of the year, they have the 7th greatest record of all time in the NHL.
Yeah.
In this day and age. Seventh greatest. And we're talking about the Montreals and all that stuff. And no one's giving these guys the respect. Kucherov's points compared to the second place is off the charts as well.
Yeah.
You know, I don't feel like Tampa Bay is getting their love, man. I don't feel like they're getting their love.
Because they choke, right? Well, no, I shouldn't say they choke. I mean, they play excellent teams. Like the one, last year they lose to Washington. The year before they're losing to Pittsburgh. The year before they don't make it. The year before they lose in the final. Like they're coming up close. They're like San Jose.
Yeah.
Always dangerous. Always dangerous. But what have you done for me? What have you done for me lately?
They just go too early.
They stumble at the finish. Yeah, they go too early.
They go too early.
They blow their bolt. They blow the bolt too early.
All right. Listen, last week, this was rampant banter, by the way. So there.
Yeah.
But here we go.
Really rapid.
Really rapid. But last week, NFL, right? We spoke a little bit in NFL, and I threw 5 questions at you, and you kind of stumbled a little bit.
I was unprepared.
And I want you to redeem yourself because I know you're better than that. I said to myself, today, we're going to do 5 questions, rapid questions.
Oh.
Jeff, can I have a little bit of music here? Just whatever you want to put on. I don't care. Something speedy. I'm going to give you 5 questions. All you got to do is get 4.5 out of. I'm giving half points out.
You're giving half points. Half points. Okay.
All right? Are you ready?
What are the questions?
I'm going to give you the questions.
But I didn't know the questions last week.
These are easy. These are easier, I promise you. All right? So all I need, either yes, no, or single word answers. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Ready?
Ready.
Rapid banter. Ready?
Rapid banter.
Who will win the Pacific Division? Today, man.
I don't know.
That's not very rapid.
Is this? Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna go Pacific Division. Pacific.
Come on, man.
Hold on, I'm thinking about it. I'm under pressure here.
This is part of the fun here. Come on.
Can you name me the teams again? I'm just.
All right, let's start again. Start from the beginning. Are you ready for this? Who will win the Pacific Division? Go.
Pacific Division. I gotta go San Jose.
Will Ovi score 50 goals?
Ovechkin.
Holy
Country of origin, please.
Oh my
Could
God.
you use his name in a sentence?
I'm gonna stab you with my pen.
Yes, he will.
Will Kucherov win the Art Ross?
Yes.
Will Gio win the Norris?
No.
Did you stare at DA's penis in the last beer league hockey game you were at?
Always.
Bonus question. This will score you 10 points. Will I score 10 points in the basketball game tonight?
Oh, that's a tough over-under. Nah, you know what? No.
Ding, ding, ding. Okay, let me take a look. 1, 2, 3. You know what? You suck at it. 3.5 out of 10.
What'd I get wrong?
Well, let me tell you what you didn't get right. You didn't get right that you stare. You always stare.
I said.
You said that? You always stare?
No, yes.
Oh,
that was.
yeah,
that was
there it is.
He
There it
did
is.
say
4.5.
that. He
4.5.
said that, yeah.
You passed. You passed.
I'm always looking.
But your time sucked. Your time sucks, so minus a point there.
Oh, come on.
I told you, this is called rapid banter for a reason. You're gone.
You never give me any time to prepare.
Okay, next week we'll try this again. Next week we're trying this again. This was horrible. I have to admit, that was quite funny though. I
It's
thought
funny
that was
for you.
Funny for
Is this
you.
a new segment?
No, what I mean is...
Fine. Is this a new segment?
No.
Where you're just going to come up with surprise 5 questions for me every week, and I got to try to
I think
answer
that's
them?
a good idea. That was pretty funny.
Thank
I'll come
you,
up
Jeff.
with the
Thank you.
machine gun sound effect there.
Yeah, I thought it was great.
I think that one could be a winner.
Rapid banter.
Rapid banter. Okay. Next on the agenda.
The deer in the headlight look was great. People
You know
out there
what?
won't
If you had
see that
answered
part.
it the right way, Jeff, it would have been a lot. The flow was there.
Yeah,
It was
but I
there.
wanted to mess you up on purpose. Look, you screwed me up last week with the NFL teams.
Okay,
That's why I
fine.
sound like an idiot. Now I got to come with
And I
surprise.
tried to redeem you.
Yeah, but
and
this
you
is
got
you didn't
the Pacific
even,
Division.
You didn't even write it in the itinerary.
I know. I took it. No,
Like,
I haven't. I took it away from you.
You have
because
it.
you would have cheated.
Oh, you.
The whole
that's why
idea is
you
for
were
you to
going with the
enjoy
pitch.
it. You know what? On Family Feud, they don't tell the people what the questions
Yeah,
are
but they
before they
know
answer.
that they're feuding, Mitch. They know that they gotta.
I
That's
just
the point of
asked
the
you.
game.
I just asked you the question.
I come here to relax and talk sports
Yeah.
and other things too, and other
course.
useless shit that people don't care about. Because guess what? That's real locker room talk. Find it in our tagline. But that's what I come here for.
Yeah.
I wasn't ready for this. This is high stress.
That wasn't. How is that high stress?
It's
You're
high
not winning
stress.
anything. You don't pay for anything. No one picks you up. You get picked up.
Yeah.
What stress exactly do you have?
Well, coffees were a little warm today.
Yeah.
I know.
Why don't you tell everyone why they're a little warm
but
today?
at the same time, Mitch, you have heated seats. Like, why wouldn't you heat the seat and put the coffees on there to keep them warm? Do I got to do all the thinking for you?
Unbelievable. The only one you got wrong is about the 10 points tonight.
Jeff, how was your coffee? Shit, I know.
Hey,
Mine was great.
thank you, Jeff.
Thank you, Mitch, for the coffee.
You're welcome.
Mine was great.
Thank you. Now, that
That's
segment...
the proper response.
That's exactly. Now, Rapid Banter is the segment. That one is called Quick Squirts with Dimitri.
Quick squirts. We call it blow your bolt.
Yeah, we could call
Don't
that
blow-
too.
don't blow your bolt.
Whatever you like.
Now, next week, one of my favorite tournaments is on. If not the favorite. March Madness starts.
March Madness.
This weekend, we'll find out who the 4 seeds are that are going to lead their certain divisions when it comes to the conference seeding. We're gonna do a tournament as Real Locker Room Talk. We'll set something up for sure.
Of course.
But my question is, will Zion play? Quick question. Rapid Banter. Will Zion play?
Yes.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't think he will. I thought he was going to, but I don't think he's mad enough to do it. Yeah, I said it. You're not mad enough. That's right. You're not mad enough to come back. You're scared of all the shoes, are you? That's Rapid Banter.
Rapid banter. Zion wouldn't care because if you said that to him in real life, because of your height, he'd be like, "Who is this kid chirping me?" Like, yeah. Anyways, here you go. Thanks for coming. Where's your mom and dad?
Without you even knowing it, what a great segue to the next one. So Conor McGregor, he's down in Miami. He's minding his business. He's walking around.
Yeah.
And some dude comes up and wants to take a picture. He's kind of annoying Conor McGregor, apparently. Conor's like, yeah, sure, come closer. Let me take the picture with you. We'll do a selfie. Grabs his phone, smashes it on the ground, steps on it, and then graciously picks it up and takes it with him, by the way.
Yes.
And now he's being charged.
That's right. Spend a night in jail.
Spent a night in jail. Yeah. What are your thoughts on this whole situation?
It's twofold here. My one thought is you got to be in the scenario. Like, it's easy to point the finger at Conor McGregor right now and say, man, you're a professional, you're an idiot, so on and so forth. And you just don't know what happened at that point.
Right.
Was the person egging them on? I think with athletes, they get that all the time, but especially combative athletes, maybe, I don't know, right? So I'm saying on the one hand, I'm not really going to harp on him. However, my only fear is the loss of Khabib.
Yeah.
The hiatus from the Mayweather fight.
Sure.
All this money, the bus incident that went to, like, all these things, I'm telling you, does he have the right people around him? Is he spiraling out of control? Is this just another episode of you got the money, you sold your soul to the devil?
Yeah.
And we're seeing the end?
I got to say, I would be 100% with you with all the other scenarios, except for this one. This one, I think that he was egged on. Did you? Now, maybe I'm going a little off here, okay? But I'll be honest. Did you happen to see the gentleman that was egging him on?
No, I didn't.
He's got a beard.
He's got a beard,
and he's got a look. He looked, I'm not kidding you, he looked a lot like Khabib. And I wonder if it just like...
What if it was Khabib?
Maybe it was trying to trick him, right?
With another fake beard?
You know what? I think it comes to a point. We talked about this in past podcasts. How far can fans go? And, for McGregor, who's a fighter, to have a short fuse... Newsflash, it's not a big, like, obviously,
no, of
right?
course.
So do I think he overstepped his boundaries? Yeah, he did. He's got to walk away from that. He's just got to get maybe more security. I don't know. But take that point. Let's go to another one. Russell Westbrook, guard for the Oklahoma Thunder. He's had now 2 incidences over the last couple of weeks. Incident number 1 happened a couple of weeks ago. He's inbounding a ball, and a little boy, about 8 or 9 years old, took a swipe at him, hit him in the back of the leg, sitting courtside with his dad. Russell turned around and ripped the kid and the dad a new one. He, to the point where he's like, hey, man, your kid shouldn't be hitting anybody. You know what I mean? Props to him. Because at the bottom line, if you saw the way the kid did it, the kid didn't mean, like, the kid wasn't doing it maliciously, but at the same time, this kid didn't care who it was. The kid is hitting somebody, right? So Russell, and people try to make a small deal out of it. It didn't amount to anything. Then just the other day in Utah, some fan and Russell went at it on the sidelines. This guy said some derogatory thing, something about getting on his knees and stuff. Russell started ripping back and saying how he's going to go back. The Utah Jazz now have kicked that guy out forever. That gentleman and his wife are never allowed to go back to a Jazz game ever again because of this bantering back and forth. I truly do think, because of all this scenario that's happening, the fans who are paying to be up close think that they have the right to say stuff, and they don't. At the end of the day, yeah, do these guys get paid a lot of money and all this stuff? Yeah, they do. But you gotta stay. We said it before. I would love it if Russell could go over there and smash him in the face. It'd be amazing.
Yeah, they should
but he
let him
can't
fight back.
because of exactly like McGregor. McGregor grabbed the guy's phone and went to jail for a night. So I mean, what are these guys gonna do, man?
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, I think heckling is part of it. I think if you're, the visiting team is here, you got to throw them off your game. You got to say some stuff. You got to have thick skin. Comes with the territory. Heck, you're getting chirped on the court or on the ice or on the field. You're going to get chirped by the fans. I absolutely get it. I love it. It's just sometimes, when you're going too far, there's just things in life that are too far. Not just in sports, but in life that are too far. So, I don't know. With Westbrook, though, why is he so mad?
Yeah, he is kind of mad.
He's really like
it's because this year he's not leading his team in scoring.
yeah, it's like relax.
Yeah.
Take it easy, man. He's always got a chip on his
Yeah,
shoulder.
he does.
He reminds me of like Trey from Boys in the Hood. Like, dude, you got everything.
Yeah.
Relax.
Yeah, why is Trey so mad?
Relax, man.
Yeah,
Okay,
take it
you're not
easy.
gonna end up like Doughboy.
Yeah.
Hell, you're not gonna not like you lost Ricky. Hey,
Yeah.
I loved Ricky.
We loved Ricky.
Ricky.
Yeah. Oh,
What a scene, man. But
what a great movie.
Oh.
Great movie. He should be maybe. Do we put him on the list?
Ricky.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's got to be on the
He's
list.
gotta be on the list.
He's got to be on the list.
I mean, he did get signed, I think.
He did. Well,
Right?
Yeah.
Did he get
He
signed?
had a good package.
He got a good
He
package.
had a good package. Yeah, man.
What
But
are, we,
anyways,
what are we alluding to? Tell the people we're alluding to.
roster, listen carefully. Okay. March Madness is coming up.
Yep.
Arguably the greatest tournament of all time.
All time.
I mean, all time. It is amazing. And we said, hold on, what a perfect opportunity for us to finally unveil something. And Mitch and I have been talking about for months. Maybe even years. Maybe it's been decades. Millennia. We are going to be creating a tournament of our own. It is the Movie Athletes Winners Bracket Sweet 16, 32, however many we're going to try to fill 32, but what we can come up with athletes and movies that are not based on real characters. Now,
Exactly.
just going to tease it.
Sure, tease
We
it.
already told you about Ricky.
Yeah.
Ricky.
So Ricky would be pitted against
Maybe Happy Gilmore.
maybe Happy Gilmore.
Maybe a little Ricky Vaughn.
Maybe,
Ricky versus Ricky.
I'm not, dare I say, I think Ricky Vaughn's got the inside track of winning this whole thing.
But what about Ricky Bobby?
What about Joe Boo?
I mean, the list does go on.
Yes.
So starting in March Madness, we're going to give you the full-on bracket. And like we did with the Goal List 64, every week we're going to eliminate until we get to the right point where you, roster, fans on the social media channels,
Yeah.
Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, are going to get a chance to vote who is the greatest movie athlete not based on a real-life character of all time.
I think I want to see the Hansons versus Rocky. Ooh. That could be a potential first round matchup.
Potential first round matchup.
Wait for it. All
Amazing.
right, Jeff, you are going to be pumped. We are 3 minutes ahead of schedule.
Whoa!
You're welcome once again. Once again, on top of it, we are heading into MAGA MALAKA. And today we said, hey, what did we start off with? What's been going on? What's taking over the news?
Right.
It's blockbuster trades. I'm going to give you the MAGA MALAKA. I'm going to give you some trades that legitimately happened.
Okay.
Tell me, who was the MAGA? Who was the MALAKA? Which team won? Which team lost?
Done. Gotcha.
All right, Jeff, get ready. Dimitri, get ready.
Okay.
Here we go. We'll start with a nice, easy one. Right over the plate. I think you know where I'm going to start with it.
Underhand.
The Edmonton Oilers, a couple of years ago, 1989, I believe it was. They were a little strapped for cash. No, it wasn't 89. It was like 92. Oh, I got it here. I lied to you. No, 93. 1993, Wayne Gretzky traded, after he won the Conn Smythe Trophy, to the LA Kings for $15 million in cash, 3 first-round draft picks, and Jimmy Carson and Calgary's very own Martin Jelena. Who won that trade? Who was the MAGA? Who was the MALAKA?
Look, LA clearly won that trade. They're the MAGAs, and Edmonton are the Malakas because you traded Wayne Gretzky. You idiots. It's not like he's the best of all time. But you know what I love? You know what's even more MAGA?
What's
not
MAGA?
just this is why LA's even more MAGA. They got cash.
They got cash.
Like they got to bring cash back.
That's right.
That's what's got to separate the trades.
I like it.
Look, we got the players, but I will give you $10 million cash. And no, not just so my kid can enter into post-secondary education. It's
What a crazy story.
We got to get to that. And next week I want to talk that Neverland documentary.
Oh,
we didn't bring it up. I
absolutely.
want to talk about it.
Absolutely. We'll get into it
Yeah.
next week. Here's one from the NFL world. trade that happened on the trade deadline, or on the trade, on the draft day, okay? You had the 2001 first rounder, Michael Vick, was traded with the San Diego Chargers traded with the Atlanta Falcons, and in return, you got Michael Vick and LaDainian Tomlinson. Who won that trade? Did the Falcons win it? Were they the MAGAs? Or was the Chargers the MAGAs?
No, the Chargers, in my opinion, won that trade. I think the Chargers got the MAGA, and the Falcons got the MALAKA.
They had it. The Falcons had the MAGA. And then he goes and does some dumbass shit.
Crazy, man. I mean, throw a dog a bone once in a while.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, move on.
Here we go. Oh, boy. Back to the NHL. Let's talk about the big trade that happened on draft day as well. Mr. Lindros says, hey, Nordiques, don't want to play here in Quebec. I don't understand the language. I'm not a French guy. I want to get traded. Philadelphia says, sure, we'll trade it. Here's what they got instead. Here's what the Nordiques got. The Nordiques ended up trading Lindros, and in return, they got Peters Forsberg, 2 first-round draft picks, and $15 million in cash. Woo! Who won that trade?
I don't know. Maybe the people that ended up winning the Stanley Cup in the Colorado Avalanche that really was the Quebec Nordiques.
Exactly.
Definitely. And
Crazy.
Lindros was a MALAKA, and Philadelphia gets the MALAKA award for getting Lindros. Hey, you know what? In all fairness, maybe they just didn't watch the jersey. Maybe got offended.
Yeah, maybe.
The other guys just smells.
Exactly. Well, here's one that's going to break the hearts of the Calgarians, but I've been saying it for years.
Well,
I don't know what happened.
Brett Hull?
No, that one wasn't even on the list, by the way. I got to find out what we got for that. But
We
can't tell you.
We got Doug Gilmore in that. Basically, we got Doug Gilmore in that trade.
Well, here, watch this. Toronto Maple Leafs GM, Cliff Fletcher, who was one time over here in Calgary, the words are, I kind of copied this, fleeced Calgary counterpart Doug Risebrough. All right? 10-player deal. It basically worked down to Gary Leeman, who never scored 10 goals after that. He scored 50 one year and then 10. Sounds like another guy Calgary has right now. In exchange, they got
Michel Petit on that one too?
It's saying here, Gary Leeman for Doug Gilmore is basically, at the end of the day, those were the 2 big names that were traded. So
I remember
they traded
Leeman,
Gary Leeman for Doug Gilmore. Who's the MAGA? Who is the MALAKA on that one?
I mean, you know what? At the same time, I think I still give Calgary the MAGA. You want to know why?
Sure.
They're the only ones with the more recent Stanley Cup.
I normally like to disagree with you, but I think I agree with you.
2004, they made a final.
True that.
Where's Toronto
And they used Gilmore to win that cup.
Yeah.
So then they traded him off.
They had Cujo.
Yep.
They had Sundin. They had
it.
Gilmore, and they still couldn't do anything.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. I just love that one.
There you
That was
go.
a great one. All right, here's the second last one. Second last one. You ready?
I'm ready.
Back in the NFL. Happened in, let's see, it was about 10 years ago. Eli Manning demanded a trade when he was with San Diego. So San Diego said, sure, we'll trade you to New York. And in exchange, they got Phillip Rivers. Who won that trade?
New York Giants won that trade. MAGA, 2-time Super Bowl champs. How you doing? How you doing?
Phillip Rivers still, yeah, he's still looking for it. That's right. Two-time. Last one, and then I got to go and
the
win
Chargers
it.
are idiots too, because they could have Drew Brees.
Yeah,
they
it's
could have
true.
been 5-time. They could have been the San Diego Booker T's.
Booker T's, I love it.
Who are getting inducted in the Hall of Fame, by the way.
So right before, I saw that the other day.
Yeah.
The other day, the Milwaukee Bucks. We follow them because of Giannis, right?
That's right.
But people tend to forget that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar started his career there. Greatest player, a lot of people will say, of all time. He has the most points of all time.
And Milwaukee,
no one will ever catch him, by the way. No LeBron, no Jordans, obviously. No one's ever gonna catch
not
him.
that stat. And Milwaukee is Algonquin for the good land.
Well, guess what? He didn't want to play there anymore. He demanded a trade, and he ended up going to the LA Lakers, where he just dominated for many more years. Tell me if you've heard any of the 4 players that were traded for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Junior Bridgman, Dave Myers, Elmore Smith, and Brian Winters. These gentlemen, whoever you are, props. You can always tell your grandkids, I got traded for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
That actually sounds like the cast of The Young and the Restless. That's crazy.
Who's the MAGA? Who's the MALAKA there?
The Lakers, MAGAs once again.
MAGA. Once again. There it is. There it is.
Wow.
Yeah,
Great-
podcast 73.
Great MAGA versus MALAKA.
That was a little
You did
something.
it again.
It did.
You did it again.
Did it again.
You got me this week.
Listen, next week I'm walking in with a championship belt, baby.
Go
I'm
win
walking
the prize.
in.
Go win the prize.
This is my game.
Okay, I'm not taking the train home so you can go in and lose.
No.
Okay? Now, I'll tell you where you're not going to be losing, and that's everyone for listening to Real Locker Room Talk. Now, you got to catch us on all the channels. Get to the website, reallockerroomtalk.com, reallockerroomtalk.podbean.com, or follow us on Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter at Mitch and Dimitri at Real Locker Room Talk. Guys, thank you very much. Thank you to our friends at GothiCGreekRadio.com, Adversity.com, and of course, the greatest studio of all time, AlchemyStudio.ca. 73 is in the bag. We're shutting the locker on it, but we got to hit the showers.
I gotta go. I gotta put clothes on. You're driving. You're driving, baby. See you guys.